welcome to episode 2 of Miss Becky's Awesome Artists, a chance for me to share with you the artists that I think are awesome, with the hopes that by the end of the video, you're going to think they're awesome too. Okay, so for today's episode, we are going to head to Mexico at the turn of the 20th century to see our second artist, Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was a Mexican painter, activist, and icon for feminism. She was born in Mexico City in 1907, where she lived for the majority of her life. At 6 years old, Kahlo suffered from polio, which damaged her right leg, and her recovery left her isolated from her friends. She was a bright student, and although she enjoyed art, Kahlo had aspirations to become a doctor. However, at 18, she was involved in a tragic bus accident which left her with a severely damaged spine, causing her difficulty for the rest of her life. She required months of bed rest, once again isolating her from the world. But Kahlo was to find a way to get through it. With an adapted easel and a box of paints, Kahlo began to paint from her bed. And although her dreams of becoming a doctor were no longer a viable option, it was here that she began to consider a career as an artist. Kahlo's style is very distinctive, and she used her work to address such topics as identity, class, and gender. She was also known for her many self-portraits, which she used as a way of expressing her own identity and thoughts and feelings. Now, Kahlo's life was filled with both physical and emotional pain, and she used her art as a way to process this. She was also greatly inspired by the cultures and traditions of Mexico, not only just in the imagery of her paintings, but in the way she dressed and also how she identified herself as a person. Fun fact, even though Kahlo was born in 1907, later on in life she would tell people she was actually born in 1910, in order that it would seem to coincide with the start of the Mexican Revolution, which, you know, I totally get. I was born on Yorkshire Day. That is not the same thing. So, why is she so awesome? Well, Kahlo once said, "I am my own muse. I am the subject I know the best, with a subject I want to know better." Kahlo not only created her art as a way to wholly express herself, but she considered herself a kind of walking piece of art. She was her own canvas, and she was going to define how she presented herself to the world. Her traditional Mexican dress, including long skirts called tejuanas and tunics called huipils, were beautiful and bright, but also covered her damaged leg. She chose to hide it under clothes in order to be seen how she wanted the world to see her. She also accentuated her features that were seen as more masculine, in order to show the world that beauty and who we are come from both masculine and feminine traits. In essence, Frida Kahlo defined herself. We can define ourselves. So you could be a girl with short hair, a male ballet dancer, a woman of science, a female weightlifter, or you could just be someone who decided not to iron their t-shirt before filming something. Kahlo's life was very complex and filled with emotional and physical pain, but rather than suppress it, she addressed it within her art. She used her culture, which she identified with so strongly, as a way to show the world who she was. She'd wear plaster corsets because of her spine and later in life a prosthetic leg, but she would decorate them with beautiful murals and fabrics. Now, be it celebration or sadness, she was unapologetic for who she was. I don't know about you, but I think Frida Kahlo is an inspiration for us all right now. As someone who spent a great deal of time in isolation, she used her imagination and creativity to get herself through it. And I'm learning with this time that there are lots of different feelings, and you might be feeling things that you don't like. And some days we'll be sad and scared, and You don't have to be scared to feel sad. You just have to know that it will pass. Because there's going to be days of celebration and joy and silliness. And we can be like Carlo and decide how we present ourselves to the world. We could be our own canvas with the clothes we wear. We get to decide who we are. Why not create your own self-portraits? You could draw them, or you could take pictures. You could even do a few, because how you want the world to see you today might be different to how you want the world to see you tomorrow. I would love to see your portraits and what you guys come up with. And if you want to find out more about Frida Kahlo, there are some links at the end of this video to some really great websites. So I've been Miss Becky, this has been Awesome Artists, and I will see you soon. See you later.